Good evening everybody, Flack is back. Today I'm going to be showing you a design that I like to call the Unraidable Base. So the base that I have planned for you today is a solo base, which means even on vanilla you can build this base yourself. The reason why I want to be building in the water is because you cannot swim very fast in water, you cannot jump in the water, and you cannot shoot in the water. So I'm standing here, I'm quite deep in, and I'm going to go even deeper in. And pull out my building plan, and I'm just going to swim back. The reason why I'm going so far backwards though is so that somebody can't stand on the coast and fire rockets at the base. So I'm swimming backwards now, and I've got my building plan out, and I'm holding my building plan to make sure that I cannot place a foundation. Swimming back, swimming even more backwards. My graphics is glitching like crazy. Hashtag poor graphics card. Okay. Can't place it here. So now I'm going to swim down, bearing in mind that I'm currently on a creative server, so I don't have drowning to worry about. But on a vanilla server, you have about 40 seconds worth of build time before you die. So with that 40 seconds in mind, you need to swim down, place your foundations, and get air every 30-40 seconds, so just keep that in mind. So now I'm going to go down and I'm going to place the first 4 foundations, which is a 2x2. We're going to build our base on top of that. Okay, that's my 2x2. Gonna pretend swim for air. Now I'm gonna go down again to my 2x2. Obviously remember, it's very difficult to see and you move extremely slowly. So what I like to do is place it like that and then go up for air. Perfect. And there you can see your 2 walls. I'm gonna go down again. And I'm going to place another one here, another one here, and another one here. I'm going to put an underwater door frame here just so you can access it, and it just provides a little bit more security. And another one here. Once you start drowning, you immediately start losing health, and when you're in the water you cannot use bandages or syringes, you can only eat food. Okay, so I'm going to put a floor frame over here, and I'm going to make a foundation here, here, and here. Okay, now that I'm down here, I'm going to upgrade everything to sheet metal. Remember, when you are underwater, everything moves extremely slowly, so you don't want to start upgrading everything. Do a few pieces at a time, and then come up for more air. It's extremely tricky to work underwater because of the murkiness, you can't actually see what you're doing. Okay, so we've got our 2x2, we've converted it all to sheet metal, and we've got our entrance to our base. So what I'm going to do is place a ladder hatch, go up here, I'm going to carry on with the build. So I like to place like such. Okay, so I've got a 4x4 footprint. Just convert all to steel. I'm going to be making the footprint to 2x2. Okay, so what I've done so far is I've built a small balcony on the outside so that you can navigate and defend from swimmers, although there wouldn't be much defending required because once the enemy's in the water, they cannot jump, they cannot shoot. So at worst they can maybe throw a spear at you, which is not going to do much because you can just run away, and they will take 15 minutes to swim from there to here. What you can do if you find a water turret in an airdrop is place it out here so that people can't even swim up to your base. All they can do is see your base from the shore, so they can come, they can do what they want to, and obviously we're going to be placing a door on the entrance here. So even by some divine miracle, if they break down your entrance door that's going to be here, and they swim inside, they can still do nothing because they cannot pick, they cannot reach. But by some grace of God, if they do manage to get that door broken, if they try and get this hatch off, they can't jump inside. I don't need to do anything because nobody's going to be getting on this floor panel. It would be impossible for them to get onto this floor panel unless they build up. So obviously I put a TC here. The building privilege goes slightly below where the TC sits, and the TC is sitting here, so the building privilege is till about here in terms of height and about this far in range. I'm just going to pop on another floor and another ladder hatch. Yeah, so what I like to do on this particular level of the second floor is I like to make it a viewing deck. So I place down shop windows so that I can look out into the distance and see what's happening, see if people are prepping for a raid of some kind, and not have to worry about getting shot in the face from some random roof camper sitting in the distance. And it allows you to still see everything you want to. Okay, next floor I like to make the loot area. Nobody's going to get up onto the first floor, so security is not a priority in any way. You don't have to worry about having multiple doors and airlocks and all of that. All you have to do is just make sure that it's closed. Okay, so I'm just randomly placing these boxes in no particular order. Sorry it's such a mess, but just giving you an example of how many boxes you can place here. Pop some more on the floor if you're one of those dudes. I'm personally not, but I can't handle it when you have to go through someone's base, spam jumping just to move into the next room, so it's not something I do. We've got our living quarters slash smelting area. And again, because of the type of base this is, nobody can get to your first floor, which means you don't need window bars, you don't need anything like that. However, I do like to add some shutters. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like to add some shutters because of random shooters. You know, you get those guys that just sit in their base and shoot at you all day for some reason. Not really sure why they do that, but it's because they have massive, you know, reproductive organs and such. Okay, so we're done with the top floor. We've got our anti-headshot flaps over here for the roof campers. We've got some living things over here, place where you can smelt, eat, sleep, fix, view, you know, that type of thing. You can also exit your base from here if you want a quick escape. But essentially that is the base design. And there you guys have it. This is your small solo base. It is entirely unraidable. There is a way how you can destroy the base, but that is more for griefers. They can level the foundation. If they level the foundation, the whole thing will collapse. But that would require a hell of a swim and some C4, because you do get people that just grief for no particular reason. If you find in the airdrop an auto turret here will shoot them down well before they get here. I mean, we are talking solo, so not everybody gets auto turrets as solo. I know sometimes I do get auto turrets when I'm playing solo, but that's when I play at like 3 in the morning, I can't sleep, and you know, nobody's online, and then I get a lucky airdrop or two. The auto turrets aren't essential. They will just prevent people from swimming up to your base, but even without the turrets, they will struggle to get anywhere remotely close. I actually just remembered the entrance here. Forgot to place a door. So I've got my code lock on the door. Okay, now you got yourself an unraidable base. This is as close as I can get to the base before I start swimming. So from here, I cannot shoot, cannot jump. So I can only attack basically from here with a rocket. And that alone is a hell of a stretch. Normal rockets don't reach that far, but you can obviously aim much higher to get a normal rocket to reach, but then you have no accuracy, so you don't know where you're shooting. You could use a high velocity rocket, but you're looking at like 30 rockets to take out one sheet steel wall. So it's really just not worth it. There's no way to raid this base. So for the construction of this unraidable solo base, we're looking at 4,400 wood and 10,630 metal frags. That's not taking into account things like code locks and doors and ladder hatches. But like I mentioned earlier, you want to make this design yourself. So most people aren't going to be building it exactly like this. For example, the top floor where I do my sleeping bags and my furnaces and stuff like that, you can easily place those items in your viewing deck by the shop fronts. It doesn't have to be that high, it's just that I like to have certain things in certain ways. You can make it cheaper, you can make it more expensive, it really is up to you. Some people would like to put a roof on the top so they can also roof camp outwards. Really up to you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, leave a sub, and I'll catch you next time.